is still fine. Awesome. So, how are you? And just if you can give a quick brief, like where you from, then let's discuss your journey and we'll just have a simple conversation.
Sure. Yes, I'm from Bombay, 40, mother of two. Uh, I got married really early at 25. I had
Mhm.
both my babies by 28, and until 38, I don't know what I was doing. I was just figuring out life, running behind them, going to work,
Mhm.
literally meeting ends. At 38, I just looked at myself and I'm like, oof, what have I done? And I think that's when the journey began.
Mhm.
I happened to see Transform Yourself ad on Insta, and
Mhm.
that's where the inquisitiveness came in.
Mhm.
Till then, I had already lost some 5, 7, 8 kgs on my own, but I was really struggling.
Okay.
I didn't know how to kind of really move beyond a certain number. uh, I had somehow managed to, just in the 10 years that I told you, I was so
Mhm.
stressed.
Mhm.
I used to not even get my chums.
Oh.
And that used to be really, really difficult for me. Um, I had visited a lot of doctors. They all said just lose weight. All my
Mhm.
test reports were fine. Everybody just kept on saying lose weight, lose weight. But
Mhm.
I really didn't know how do I do it. And the first 5 kgs also that I did on my own were very, very difficult, and it took so long to do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that gave me a boost to join something more scientific. And that's when Transform Your Life kind of came into, um, I would say,
Great.
my life and helped
Mhm.
me a lot.
Awesome. And so when you joined, right, it's been like you've joined us in July 2024, somewhere around, right? And you've
Correct.
continued for a good phase of your life with us. So
Right.
when
Almost a year, I would say.
so how was your life or routine or maybe habits before working with us, and how do you feel your routine is and your habits are or your mindfulness is at the moment as compared to before?
I think I mean, honestly, if you ask me, -2 years or -1 year before joining you guys, I
Hmm.
thought these changes were so difficult. I had never even recorded what is the number of steps that I do. And I was zapped to see the first time it was 600 and 2000 and 2000 was the day that I had gone for some walk.
Oh.
Today, irrespective whether I'm going for a walk or no, I'm
Hmm.
so mindful about my steps. I mean,
Hmm.
we are not in, like, we don't really interact every time and whatever, but I'm saying it's so ingrained into me
Hmm.
that I'm just there. Also, the other piece is the JDS water. It
Hmm.
is it is magic. It's worked magic for me. I've added, a
Hmm.
slight pinch of turmeric in that, and come what may, I mean, you've seen my post. I would
Yeah.
travel across. I would carry my, uh, you know, JDS
JDS.
with me. I would carry my dry fruits with me.
Hmm.
I will soak it at night myself. In the morning, go to the restaurant, tell them, grind it and give it to me. So I think JDS water, dry fruit milkshake,
Hmm.
and just being monitoring my steps is just become way of life now. So
Nice.
I,
And
I can't even imagine how has it happened. I really don't know. But I think the minute you start seeing small changes in your life, you just get so. And Yash, what I really liked was that
mhm,
nobody in this entire program pushed me to the edge to do things.
mhm,
They were very. I remember even today, Prachi said, don't do anything for next week, just start with JDS water.
hmm,
And I didn't do anything, it was just JDS water. And after that, I never skipped the JDS water. I mean, so
yes.
it's not that, five things were given to me on plate ki charo sab kar lo abhi. This is how you will do it. It was just so seamless, so step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, I don't know again if you remember my UK trip. I was very worried. In fact, I had called Prachi and said, let's just stop the program because I was like, I'm going to UK. It is -1 degree there. I can't go for walks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what will I land up eating. And obviously, I'm going to the UK for the first time in my life. I want to explore uh,
Yes.
the city, and I'm going for 1 whole month for work. So
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be, hunger pangs. There will be
Hmm.
stress times when I want to go back to my comfort eating. Uh, but it was amazing that I lost 2 kgs and came without, I mean, Prachi was always there guiding me throughout, but
Mm-hmm.
without really, doing a lot of strenuous workout or following a very, I've eaten everything under the sun when I was in UK. Or like I remember telling her, I am going to Borough Market today and I will have the sausage roll and the strawberry chocolate. And she said, it's okay, don't write to me anything. Let's take a break for 2 days.
Nice. I
So
remember Prachi called me about her UK and she was asking me that whether should we pause or not. And I did tell her that, see, why is she asking for a pause? I just asked her. And then she said she fears about going off the track. I'm like, okay, give her some freedom and think good things will happen. And I asked her, would she go off track after being with you for like 6, 7 months? She's like, no. I'm like, go ahead. So
that was,
what I've
it was
figured out, what you've mentioned is like your journey was effortless. Like that's the basic, if I say it in one
absolutely.
word, effortless. है ना?
And I can't believe saying this, Yash. I mean, I never thought weight loss can be effort. I I still feel that, you have to put in some intention. I can't tell you how seamless it was. It was,
Yes.
I mean,
I
I'm
I
short of
can
words to
understand
express.
what you're saying. So when we also mentioned that we can help you lose weight effortlessly, like people find it like it's like a marketing gimmick. I'm just not saying that in a uh, any way. I'm just being neutral. But why do we have that mindset? Is because they've done so much of hard work, so much of hassle to lose weight, and then you see ki just two, three
I
things like, and then you get in shape.
I'd like to add something here. The 10 years that I told you I gained a lot of weight. In that 10 years,
Hmm.
practically I would work out every alternate day, or there were,
Hmm.
different surfaces where 3 months I'm working out. But
Hmm.
constantly in 10 years, there was constant effort ki Vriti, workout karo, yoga karo, weight kam karna hai. There's this
Hmm.
constant nudge that was there.
Hmm.
When I joined you guys, let's stop everything for some time. I think first week I was very, very neutral. I just stopped everything. Second week, she made me mindful about the steps. I remember I didn't even know how to count my steps on. I remember, Yash, you struggling with me, you telling me download this app. This is where you see. After downloading the app, I could not find the app on the phone. I'm just trying to bring about the naiveness that we have.
Yes. Yes.
It's just because it was not something that we would check, and now it's like on my home screen. So from starting, so what I'm trying to say is what I learned is that
Hmm.
we put ourselves under a lot of pressure and stress all the time.
Correct.
I
Correct.
think the minute we release that and take things slowly and, you know, with a lot of mindfulness, as you said, uh, automatically a lot of good things start happening. So it's amazing how I moved from, you know,
Hmm.
2,000 steps to 4,000. The day I got 5,000, I was so happy. Then it
Hmm.
was my first 8,000, then my first 10,000, then my first 15,000 as well when I was in UK. And I was like, मतलब UK में तो मैंने effort भी नहीं लिया. I'm just walking
Yeah.
around,
We
and then
walk
I
around.
realized that how to
Hmm.
build it in my so when I came back from UK, the first Sunday again, I said, no, I'm not going to be in the hotel room. I will figure out where I have to go. I'm not going to crib and cringe that I'm not at home.
Hmm.
And I figured out places, and again it was 12. Like, this is a myth कि इंडिया में हम 12,000 स्टेप नहीं कर सकते, 15,000 नहीं करते, यूके में बहुत इजीली हो जाता है.
Hmm.
It's just about you wanting to find that space.
Correct. If you just decide and if you want to, then you can do it at home as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you are in the community, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Huh?
I
Yeah. So I do my steps
community
at home.
community really helped me a lot. I don't know how. Uh, and Prachi was also like, मुझसे ज़्यादा the community is working. I remember she telling that, and it does help because when I would say 15,000 and 20,000, I was like, are these people even real? Like, how? Like, are they working? Are they constantly walking? Are they constantly working out?
Remember
Um,
Gitika? 30K,
yeah,
35,
yes,
40. She
yes.
inspired
And
me as well to like touch 20 once. So
yeah, so I have still not been able to crack that how to do it. But
Mhm.
yeah, 10, 12,000 is very, very normal, I feel now. That you have to just fill it in your schedule. That's it.
Daily schedule. Nice, Vriti. It's so good hearing your when your journey, how you went from unable to, like, just people telling you lose weight to you losing and then you realizing, okay, we've lost. That the entire
And I think
transition.
also the whole transition where I remember calling up Prachi and saying, "You guys are doing some magic. After 10 years, my chums are regular. I don't know what you all changed even today. Was it only JDS water? Was it
The
walks?
nut
Was it
shake.
food?"
So when I'll just give a snippet of how things work. So when you open the plan, right, everything we add should be aligned to what you need to do, like what your body needs basically. So Vritti, if I tell you to have this, you're like, ठीक है, क्या करना है? मतलब, I don't know what would happen. But when we simply tell you, like when we know the fact that if you do this, you will, this would happen. So we would only talk about the improvement that you observe. And then we
Right.
reflect back ki, acha, because of this habit, this is what the improvement you observed. Like the JDS improves your gut. Like the nut shake. I remember you texted in the group where you said that I carried my nuts and seeds. You told the guy to make it and give it to me for breakfast. So this
Yeah.
is a rare thing that people do. Like they take things so seriously that they get addicted to this positive habit, which is
Yeah.
exactly what we want. So bunch of habits is what we've developed, है ना?
The other thing I would also like to say, and I've not left it even though I'm done with the program now.
Mm-hmm.
I added the B complex and the antioxidant tablets that you
Mm-hmm.
suggested.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, within a month, Yash, the amount of compliments that I got. And I mean, obviously I was losing weight, but the hair, the skin, the the glow was so different. And I'm not talking about this glow being something, you know, it's just, your body and your face and your hair saying that we are healthy. The shine is
Mm-hmm.
so different. So I think, yeah, the supplements also. I mean, initially I also started questioning Prachi ki yaar rose क्यों लेना है? Oh, and there was my other doctor who told me 3 months you've taken B complex, stop taking it. You don't need it so much. I said fine, but I would feel the day I would not take a B complex, I would feel a little
Mm-hmm.
not energetic or whatever. And I'm just saying that those smaller changes have got such vast differences. And when you're flourished with compliments, beyond a point, you don't even know how to like, one, it's motivating, definitely. Two, I mean, in the earlier days, I was wondering कि ऐसा क्या change हुआ है? Because I can't see that. And
Mm-hmm.
are people really complimenting me so much for the way I look? I mean, but yeah, today also when I see my pictures,
Mm-hmm.
it was a different person. So
Yes,
real
remember that photo
transformation.
you shared, the black and white where you mentioned, but um, how I look. This is how I look. This is something that you mentioned, right, Hannah? That
Yeah,
was.
this is how I used to look versus how I look today. I sent two back to back, and yeah, I mean, honestly, there were times when even I could not relate to the old picture, like, and
I
oh
still
yeah,
don't. I was just going through our chat before this call, and I was like, नहीं ये थोड़ा ज्यादा लग रहा है before, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. This is sometimes you feel नहीं नहीं नजदीक से लिया रहेगा, that's why it looks like this, maybe angle is this, but to be honest when
I,
hmm,
Yash, I think it's more than the angles in the picture. It is so much about how you start feeling and
hmm,
what is
hmm,
the energy that you start emitting when you are just healthy and happy. And I would like to say happy because, Yash, I remember two calls that you and I did where, we went to the deep core thoughts as to my problem of, reaching out to a bag of chips midnight. And there
hmm,
are days when that happens even today. But I'm trying to tell you that that conversation is so fresh in my mind even today because at least now I'm mindful what's happening in my body. What is really drawing me towards these kind of things? How do I then correct it? So I think that mindfulness has been so important in this entire journey.
hmm. And more than mindfulness, if I say your way of looking at things have changed a lot. Like when you see things, internally you know what to do. You don't have to think क्या करना चाहिए. You just know subconsciously कि हाँ, this is what I need to do. This is what the end result would be if I do this activity or if I eat this. So that way of looking at things, your food, maybe your step counts. You look at it as more of a motivational factor now. Ki, acha, this is like a, just like you brush your teeth, just like same way you do 5K, 10K, 8K. So your way of looking at things, your POV has changed a lot. And the the UK trip, right? You ate a lot outside, but you still lost weight. Now, and your workouts, right? You, the last time also we mentioned like your workouts here and there, here and there. So how would you summarize your maybe your exercise journey apart from steps?
So
How
I was
how
just
do you look at it?
remembering, I remember Prachi telling me and giving me the link for the 10-minute workout. Like, just start with a, can you commit to me 10 minutes? I said yes. And by now I've lost some weight. I've already got the compliments. And she's like, now we have to come out from that phase. It's very good. But the journey is still there. We've not accomplished. And like, yes, we'll start 10 minutes workout only. Can
Mm,
you dedicate 10 minutes in a day, whatever time you say? I said, yes, I can do that early in the morning.
mm,
And after that also, I think it took me about 10 to 12 days. I didn't start the workout. And and she
mhm,
kept on telling me, and I was feeling bad, like, yeah, before this, though, I would do one, like, there was a trainer who used to come home and make me do 1 hour workout. तो ऐसा
mm,
नहीं है कि वर्कआउट कभी किया नहीं है या but what is that inertia I could not understand. And she said, okay, start the workout, just do the warm up and close it, or just do just do something for 5 7 minutes. And Yash, I think what worked for me was like just her consistency in telling me to do things without pushing me, like,
mhm,
and picking up the phone, and or we would, it would be difficult for us to get on calls also, but we would figure out a way. And uh, she would just tell me that एक दिन कर ले, 2 दिन कर ले, so when you do it once or twice, so today also I am doing my 10 minutes workout for sure. and
mm,
and it's just, so that's been my journey, that it started from not being able to do the workout to just, I realized then, यार मैं workout office में भी कर सकती हूँ. I need to move my steps, I need to move my,
mm,
I can do certain chair exercises, I can do some, basic squats. Any movement is a movement. Don't let any opportunity for that movement to get missed. So that's been my workout journey. So from, obviously, from 10 minutes to 20 minutes to 45 minutes, and then even when workouts is not there, how have I got movement in my day-to-day life? I
mm.
think that's what's been beneficial.
Perfect. So very happy to see your small things that you're sharing, and you've literally felt this transformation journey in terms of all the things from missing your cycles to regular cycles to figuring out what to do, what not to do, to being able to knowing and pre-planning your nuts, pre-planning your seeds, your JDS, and literally carrying it everywhere, wherever you go. And even your trip, your UK trip, your mindfulness when it comes to your steps, as you said a minute ago, that not missing out an opportunity when it comes to moving yourself. And when you move, you feel happy. So that happiness is something that you chase again. We usually don't chase the movement, we chase the pleasure that we get after doing it. You get a feel of proud, you feel proud of yourself that I've done so many things for myself. Now if I do it, if, and you, when you go to bed, you feel proud of it that I've done so much, and when you wake up the next day you feel like, so let's repeat this, let's get better today. So that thing, the loop, the positive loop that we also spoke about on an audio call, that has definitely kicked in. So Vriti, if I have to ask you one last question, right? So when it comes to, let's say, the investing part, like people invest in stocks, mutual fund, gold, they invest in insurance plans for safety purpose, है ना? How about the mindset of investing on your health? After working with us, if someone's watching this, what would you tell them? If someone has to plan the budget or have to think about investing on themselves, what would be your response to them or your feedback?
Yash, I even now remember my first call where I knew my travel is going to get extensive. And I thought if I keep eating in hotels, I will just burst. To you saying this is the XYZ fee. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh shit, I can't pay. How will I pay? And immediately you were like, these are the options of, you know, option A, you pay upfront, option two, you take invest two installments, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Honestly, in that moment, I just felt that if I don't do this now and here, I
Mm-hmm.
will never, a lot of, I don't know if you can call it moment of truth or something else, but if you sometimes it's just about taking the decision. Once you've taken that decision, you manage the monetary piece. Monetary piece is actually not so big for anyone. It is more about the decision and the decision to do it in that moment. And um and Yash, after that, I think we've renewed it twice or thrice, and it has been the discussions were never there about money after that. Uh and even today, Yash, even though I've taken a break, my I have already done a list of tests, speaking to my doctors and all of that. I've realized I'm insulin resistant. I've realized, I'm taking a more scientific approach to things. So what I'm saying is what came to the table for me uh,
Mm-hmm.
was that investing in yourself is a no-brainer, because if you don't do it now, you will do it later, and you will do it 10x, and not in a format that you may like. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people who were at 50 would always tell me, you're turning 40, do something, do something. We didn't do it. Today, I'm telling my 30-year-olds that do something, because now is the time. If you figure this out, like right in the middle of your 30s, you're sorted, because after 40s things will change. So I think for me also, that was the nudge that, I'm turning 40. Before I turn 40, let me do 2 3 things which will give me that kick. uh, and in that I I mean, I think now there is the it's already a budget thing, that itna to self pe jana hai on health. See,
Mm.
I also understand that in India, taking care of health is not, it comes with an expense. Dry fruits are expensive. Your carbs come in paise per gram, but your meat and other things are expensive. But again, I learned in UK because I was on a budget. I was given a certain amount. I realized how portion control in life really helps. Earlier Prachi told me, you can weigh your food and eat, or you can see the portion bowl size. मुझे पोर्शन साइज समझ में ही नहीं आता था. मतलब आई वुड फाइंड लाइक यू नो वे करके खाना कौन खाता है. दिस इज माय एटीट्यूड. एंड
Mm.
हाउ डू यू पोर्शन योर साइज. मतलब जियो तो खुल के जियो काइंड ऑफ
Mm.
एटीट्यूड. बट देन that automatically comes in uh,
Mm.
with the more time that you spend. Also, these foods are very heavy, so you can't eat beyond the, like the dry fruit milkshake. That's like my happiest hour. I have it, I'm so happy, smiling, and throughout the day I don't have my sugar craving. So I will, I may not spend on my desserts, but I will spend on my dry fruit milkshake. So yeah, people out there, investing in self is a no-brainer. If you don't invest today, you will have to invest 10x tomorrow. That's all I would say. And what is the good part is that through this journey, you will learn so much about your personal self. I think that nobody can do for you. I mean, there's no monetary number that you can put to knowing yourself more. So I think that's
Absolutely.
the
And remember the term I said, you will mature with time as you be with yourself, right? As you be with us, you will mature. So I can see that maturity reflecting on your words, your routine, your smile, everything.
thank you.
That's
So
great.
Yash and
Really, really
Prachi,
happy.
really thank you for all the efforts you've put in, for all the times I was being allow me to call myself being an ass and not listening, being superbly rigid, not, not able to budge, sometimes not even, posting for days. So
Yes.
from there to here, it's been a journey, and this wouldn't be possible without both of you.
And I'm glad me and Prachi were part of your journey. Very, very proud of your hard work, your efforts. And we are always there for you. So no need to worry about coaching or anything. There's anything, feel free to call or text us anytime. We are always there for you.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Vriti. It was really,
Yes.
really good. I am very happy now after speaking with you.
Same here.
Awesome.